They say time is money, but some seem to have taken this saying a little too seriously. Enter luxury watches, exquisite timepieces that cost more than a small country's GDP. From Silicon Valley executives to sporting superstars, actors, and even the world's biggest political leaders. If they all have one thing in common, it's these watches, the likes of Rolex and Patek Philippe. These luxury timepieces have had a long bull run. They already cost millions. But on the secondary market, the price is even higher. And let's not forget exclusivity. The more limited the edition, the more desirable the watch becomes. It's a game of numbers where scarcity reigns supreme. However, the biggest boom came during the pandemic. Surplus cash was piling up, and people invested in luxury goods. In 2021, pre-owned watch sales reached $22 billion. Sales peaked in March 22 again. But now it looks like their time may have run out. The great Rolex recession is here. The secondary market for luxury watches has sunk to its lowest level in over 2 years. The reason for that is the US Federal Reserve. The Fed has hiked interest rates consistently. It was meant to clamp down on inflation, but instead it has created a rout in the luxury watch market. Prices of luxury watches plunged by 32% from a 2022 peak. Rolex prices fell by 27%. So the key reason for the slump is high interest rates. It fueled fears of an economic downturn, so investors are scaling back. They are no longer spending on luxury goods. The crypto downturn has further hurt the demand for watches. But watch dealers seem to disagree. They say the falling prices are a mere correction, not a permanent downturn. Basically, they believe prices were inflated during the pandemic, so now the market is just correcting itself. But even with the downturn, these watches are still doing good. They have outperformed returns from stocks, cryptocurrencies, and virtually every other asset class since 2018. So they're still a very good investment. In this glittering market of luxury watches, time itself is a hot commodity. It runs on a currency of its own. Buyers are willing to go to all lengths, especially to own a rare timepiece, like a Rolex 4133 split seconds or a Patek Philippe 3974. It's like a horological Hunger Games, only the wealthiest prevail.
I think we can all agree that freedom of expression is not limitless. Your words have consequences, your actions have fallouts. So the line must be drawn somewhere. The only question is where. So there are upgrades across the board. All three defense services are getting bigger and more lethal weapons. And this is the need of the hour. China's build-up on the border remains a concern, 38 months and counting. India needs better weapons to secure its front lines. So arms trade is just another source of income for them. And this is a serious setback in the fight against terrorism. All because of American callousness. So the stock rally is like a vote of confidence from investors. They are betting on India. They're positive about the India story. It's the government's job now to repay that faith. This incident once again highlights the role of social media and the internet. It's a double-edged sword, really. So tough times for the world. There is inflation, layoffs and pay cuts. But not for King Charles of Britain. Forget pay cuts. He's all set to receive a massive pay hike. What is offensive to one religion could be sacred to another. Europe must realize this. They keep lecturing the world about minorities, how they should be protected, how their rights and culture must be promoted. But at home, it's the exact opposite. People are burning the holy book of your minority group. And what is your response? You say it's freedom of expression.